Today we're going to be building the Funwhole apartment complex. This is part of the new Cyberpunk Neon City line. And let's see what we got inside. Talk about some thick instruction manuals. To say we have a lot of bags is an understatement, but it is a total of 2,507 pieces, so let's start tearing in and getting to work. It's great that they have so many bags to space it out because it makes building so much easier. For example, we just came to this page and we're going to be building this little piece. And they're going to show you that you need 3 different bags. The bag that's marked FAO with the 3 is the orange. That is going to be the lighting bag that you get the parts for lighting up this section. The F is going to be the little specialty pieces that are notched for protecting your wire. And then, of course, bag 7 is going to be all your parts. Printed parts to me always make me super excited, and this is just for me opening bag 1 contents. The amount of specialty parts they create just to help people install the lights and not get any of the wires pinched, to me is unbelievable, and it is so cool. I really wish Lego would get into lighting and start creating parts like this as well, but you know what? Who needs Lego when you have Funwhole? For those that have never done a Funwhole set, their instructions are very clear. And I just wanted to kind of show you because they even do the wiring. So they highlight where your wires are supposed to be for every little single step. And it makes doing the lighting so much better because it is so much easier to understand. Where most companies, and I'll be the first to admit, even myself, I am not this thorough when I'm doing lighting instructions. But this makes the process of building this particular set much more enjoyable. Another great thing worth noting is they essentially build on a mill's plate. You have 4 16 by 16 plates on the back, and then you have bricks in the center, and then you mash it together with plates. So when this is done, this is going to be extremely strong, so you can just pick it up and carry it wherever you want. And the way that they're doing it is they made it modular, so they obviously expect to be adding more sets like this soon. And you've already got these little plugs that are in preparation for the upcoming sets. Just opened bags 2, and these are the printed parts I've found so far. Something to pay close attention to while building the Cyberpunk City is you have this unique little piece here. This piece is for routing your wires, and as you can see, it only has 3 openings. But they do note that in every step. So here you can see they all go the same direction, and they do that so you can really pay close attention because they're trying to help you install it, and you just have to make sure that you look at the little details like that. There has not been a set of bags that I've opened that didn't include some printed parts. This set comes with a total of 7 figures, and they are all very interesting to say the least. And one of the best parts about it is also that they even come with extra arms and hands. So if you really wanted to mix it up and make your city display look interesting, this is going to be a great way to do it. Now, I know these are not the beloved figures that people normally like to see, and I will agree they are a bit odd looking, but the fact that they took the time to actually create their own line of figures to go with their sets, I think says a lot for this company, and I can really appreciate all the work that went into doing this. The set fully assembled, I have to say, this is where it speaks volumes about how cool it is. I love lighting, as I'm sure everybody's well aware, because I do manufacture and sell a lot of my own lighting products, but this thing to me is next level, and I just love how it looks. Now let's quickly kind of go over this and look at some of the features. If we spin it around to the back, you can see that you can use a USB-C plug to give power to the building itself. And there's also a spare port on that if you wanted to use a USB with 0.8 millimeter plug and plug this into some type of power supply. The battery pack has 3 AA batteries. And since we're already on the back side of the building, let me show you quickly that there is a few access points to access the interior. We have this top floor for one of the apartments, so you can take your minifigs in and out there. Then we have this second floor entrance, again, for another one of the apartments. And it's kind of unfortunate because there's a lot of printed detail on a computer that's over here in the corner, but it's all facing in a manner and fashion that you cannot see any of it at all. Let's close those doors, and on the bottom it doesn't swing open, but we can remove this little access panel and we can come down and see inside the garage bay. And inside the garage bay we can take it and either switch it from the chair that the mechanic would be reclining in, or we can switch it around and look at the motorcycle that he's working on. Spinning it around to the front real quickly, we can roll up the garage door, and again you can see that motorcycle there in the shop bay. Then pulling away from that, we have a whole bunch of things going on here. We have a little vending machine, we have a little restaurant over here. That's the sign for the motorcycle shop. Coming up to the second floor, we have an entrance door that would take us into that second story apartment. Then that door just slides back and forth to go open. And then we also have another door up here to take us into that top floor apartment. And I must have jammed that door closed somehow because it's not popping open for me. One of the cool things that I think are about this over here is this really cool looking balcony. It just has a very interesting look, and if you want, you can change the angle and arc, whatever you want to call it, of it, but it's a really nice feature. The best viewing angle for this set is obviously from the front, because that is where all the lights are at. And if you spin it around to the back, there's still some interesting play features back here, but obviously it's not as decorative. And you can even see a little bit of the wire on the back side. But all in all, I think it's a really nice build. Now that I've raved a lot about it, let me tell you some of the spots I have a complaint with. One of the first things I'm going to tell you that I was not happy with at all is how they did these stairs. They built the stairs into the walls, and they did it on both the first and second floor, and you can see they don't attach. They don't go all the way up. So coming up here to the top, that would be where your stairs is. And to me, that's kind of a downfall. I don't think that's great, but it wouldn't prevent me from buying the set. I felt like, wow, they've spent so much time and energy doing all the things that they've done here. I can't believe that they didn't attach those two stairs. And my other complaint would be this. They built this in a manner and fashion that, yes, it could be modular. But if you go to try and pop this apart, well, that one actually came apart pretty well. So this floor came apart good, but let's take the next one apart, because when I tried to pull this apart before I started filming, I thought it was this floor. And let's see what happens. Oh, there it came apart that time. Let's see if we can pull it off. But the way that, now see, that's not meant to come apart actually, I guess. It's like they started to make it modular and then they decided not to, I guess is the point that I'm trying to make. It still would not deter me from buying it. I still think this is an absolutely amazing set, but those are my two dislikes about it. Anyway, those are my thoughts for this build. I think overall, it is a great build. It's definitely worth the price. If I remember correctly, this retails for $169.99, which is more than reasonable for everything that comes with it. But let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts.